Talk, talk.
Time goes by so slowly.
Very slow.
What?
Time goes by so very slow.
What song are
Oh.
you singing? I'm
Na,
singing
na, na,
Madonna.
na, na, na. And I'm hoping that you know that till now.
Oh, I
I always
always
got
got
by
by on
on
my
my own.
own. I never
Never
really
really cared
cared
until
until
I met
I
you.
met you. Ooh, right?
Yeah, sure.
And now it chills. I was gonna say it kills me. It chills me to the bone. How do
How do
I
I
get in
get
your
you?
home?
Oh,
What?
that turned out interesting. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shownanigans.
My name
My
is
name,
Tube.
yes, her name is Tube. My name is Dew, also known as Deva, and
Her, Trisha.
her Trisha. Hello, her Trisha.
I was trying to think. I keep forgetting to like beforehand think of somebody that I could be.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget, and then I'm on the spot. And instead of saying somebody I could be, like All Might from My Hero Academia,
Mm.
I said, right, Luna? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hi, Luna.
What is it, Luna? Do you want to say your introduction too, Luna?
That's
Of
disgusting. I heard you kiss her.
course I did.
Stop cheating on your boyfriend with your cat.
Of course I will.
Oh. Hello, Doob.
Hello.
Why are we here today?
Today we're here to talk about our top TV shows. So these are not again the same as last time. There's not like our top in any order or whatever. It's just the ones that are currently our favorites.
Or that we've liked before in the past at
Mm-hmm.
some time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this time we're going to talk about Tube's top five favorite TV shows.
I haven't
First.
looked at this list since last
Mm-hmm.
time, and I can tell you right now that I don't know how to speak about any of this. So please, please, just give me some time while I drink some water and gather all of my three thoughts.
Okay.
All right, I've
I
gathered
wait.
them. I
Oh.
gathered them. I've already
Oh.
gathered them. It was that quick.
Wow.
There was only three of them. So,
Nice.
yes. No, yes. Um
Okay.
this is going to be a good show. I didn't wake up until 3 p.m. today, guys. Please cut me some slack.
You know, sometimes we say like, "Oh, I woke up so early. Sorry, give me some slack." You're like,
Yeah.
"I woke up at 3 p.m."
Look, just because my brain had more time to rest doesn't mean that it gained any intelligence in that sleep. It
I
probably
feel
lost some.
that. I feel that. Sometimes like when I wake up really late, I
Hmm.
feel more brain dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
feel like I've just been lost this
I
whole
didn't feel
time.
like making breakfast, so I just went and I got bubble tea for breakfast. It was a good breakfast. But yes,
I mean, yeah.
my top TV favorite shows, in those are the words in that, not in that
Mhm.
order.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
usually for TV shows, I really like mystery shows, and I like especially cozy mysteries. So there's two of those on here. I didn't include another one that I like because I thought it would be too many of them all at once.
Mm.
But I started off with Rosemary and Thyme.
Mhm.
It's a show. British show, British TV show. If anybody wants to watch it, it is on Amazon Prime, but it's on Acorn Media, so you have to pay extra to watch it. Or you can do what I do and get the DVDs from the library and watch it.
Hmm.
It's about these two ladies. Their names are Rosemary and Thyme. I can't remember their first names, but those are their names.
I thought it was rosemary and lemon.
Lemon.
No, I'm kidding.
Like Rosemary and the next lady's name is Lemon Time.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, actually, the first woman's name is Rosemary, but the second woman's last name is Time. I
Oh.
just don't remember their last and first names respectively.
The shows are called that, so it's fine.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, the show is about Laura Time
Hmm.
and Rosemary Boxer. So Laura is a retired policewoman, and she's just gotten out of a relationship with her husband, like the guy she's been married to for a long, long time, and he basically left her for a much younger woman. Like they had kids together and everything, and he left her.
Wow.
And she moves out of her house and she ends up traveling to a relative's house, and there she meets Rosemary. And
Mm.
Rosemary, she's like a plant specialist. She's not. She's a botanist, but she's like a plant. Like a. It's she's more than that. Like she's a professor.
Yeah.
She like specializes in plants. And in the first episode, there's like this problem going on with some of the plants at Laura's relative's house or whatever. So they go to the house and they try to figure out like what's wrong with the trees in the area. But
Mm.
also the man of the house is there's like a plot against him, like to
Hmm.
kill him and stuff. It's this huge thing. It's like it was actually a really really good murder mystery episode, and it's a
Mm.
cozy mystery. So you know that not there's a little bit of danger, but it's not
Hmm.
like super super dark or anything like that.
Mm.
So it's a
Not as
little bit fun.
intense.
Yeah, it's not as intense, so it's really
Nice.
fun. And I might have gotten that episode summary wrong. I don't think he's in danger, but there is like some killing going on in his manor,
Mm.
and like there's a lot of different suspects and stuff. But it's so weird because the retired policewoman and the botanist team up to solve the crime. So Rosemary and Time team up to solve the crime. And at the
Oh.
end of the episode, they end up joining forces together as gardeners, because
Wow.
Rosemary, she ends up getting kicked out of her job at the university for like a really petty reason. She used to date the like one of the heads of the university, and when
Hmm.
she breaks up with him, he kicks her out.
What the heck?
I know. And actually, oh, the actresses in this show are really good too. Like the person who plays Laura Time was Trunchbull in Matilda.
Oh.
She's actually really pretty. Like they did a lot of makeup work to make her like look unappealing in that movie. She's actually
Mhm.
really really pretty. Like she's really pretty in this show. And the other woman, I think her name is the actress's name is Felicity something.
Mhm.
I I think like she's like well known in Britain for being like on sitcoms and stuff and some different shows. I mentioned her to a friend of mine who lives there in Britain, and he knew who she was, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, she won the best ass award." And I was like, "What?" And he
What?
said she won an award for having the best ass. And I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
So this show stars
The best ass.
the Trunchbull and the winner of best ass.
Damn.
Just go watch it. It's a good show. Like despite the ass. Actually, the woman with Felicity, the one who
Hmm.
plays Rosemary,
Hmm.
her accent, ugh, her accent is like super posh. Like I don't know where she's from, because even in Britain, depending on where you're from, your accent will be different.
Yeah.
And hers is like super smooth. It's so nice to listen to.
Hmm.
I would say like even if you don't like murder mysteries, watch the episode just to listen to her voice and maybe look at her butt for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not that second one, just the first one.
Coop. Don't encourage creepiness.
Oh no, no, no. Like sometimes you need to check like to see if she really is the like should she really have won that best butt award?
If she has won an award for it, I mean, I guess like you would need to be like, does this deserve an award?
Exactly. I'm not promoting creepiness. I am promoting checking your work.
Okay.
But yeah, other than like that aside, all of that aside, it's a really good show. All of the mysteries are really good.
Mhm.
It did get canceled, so the show kind of ends abruptly, and it's too bad because I think the actresses are a bit older now. And they
Mhm.
might not want to reprise their role because it's mysteries. They require a lot of running around and like, especially with
Yeah.
TV shows and stuff. There's a lot of shooting,
Yeah.
and I think I remember them saying, like, I was watching them do a special on it, and they said
Mhm.
something like, because of the European weather, it's always gloomy out. They would have these really long shoots because the weather would go bad, and then they would have to just sit there and wait for it to get better.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a really good show. If you like murder mysteries, definitely watch it. It's one of the better
Yeah.
ones.
Hmm.
One of the better British ones. There's so many of them. Some of them are intense and some of them are not as intense. This is definitely not as intense. So that's my
Hmm.
first favorite. Seva show.
Nice.
Rose. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention because there are two women working together. I
Mhm.
think in the second or third episode, the detective immediately assumes that they're lesbians and they're dating each other.
What?
The show is full of really ignorant male characters, which is another reason to watch it because they get put in their place, and you're like, yeah,
Oh. Justice.
yeah.
I
So you might know my second favorite TV show, Doob. It's an
do.
anime. Did you watch it?
I watched like bits of it, so I didn't really understand it much.
Mm-hmm.
But the bits that I watched, I really liked, but I don't remember the story at all, to be honest, because it was one of those like late night shows that used to come on YTV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I would be like waiting for Inuyasha or like after Inuyasha was done or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then it would be playing, and I would just continue watching it, like not every single day, but like every so often.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly don't remember like I don't remember shit.
Mm-hmm. Were you gonna say I don't remember shit?
Yeah. I don't remember a shit too.
Well, the show she doesn't remember a shit about is Dot Hack Side.
Hmm.
So yeah, this show used to come on really late at night. I
Yeah.
love the intro. Do you remember the intro?
I think that's probably why I watched it,
How
because it was
come
so
I
nice.
must know where
Yeah.
obsession needs to go? That was such a good opening.
Yeah.
And all the characters are like dancing around to the opening.
Hmm.
So cool. But yeah, it would come on pretty late. I think it did come on after Inuyasha, and I think it even came on like after Gundam Seed, so it was pretty late at night.
Yeah.
Like
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
And
and
Gundam Seed was late too.
Gundam Seed was late, and then after Hack Sign would be Witch Hunter Robin or something, which would be even late at night.
And I would never watch it. That was probably like past 12 or something.
Uh-huh. And then they had what was that other one? Oh no, it was like Gundam, but they had mechs in it. Do you remember?
Eh?
It was it wasn't Gundam Seed, but it had mechs in it, and it was such a weird anime also. Do you remember that one?
I don't remember. I don't
Oh,
know which one it is.
okay, well,
There was that one show too. It wasn't even an anime though.
what was it?
That game one.
Game?
With the real life, and then they would that girl, the African girl.
What?
I really like that show. Oh my gosh, what's it called?
What?
Okay, there's this African girl. She's the main character. She's in she's
Zix
in
level
other
9.
Yeah.
Or Zix level 1.
Yeah. Like they had different ones, but
They
yeah.
had level 2 and they had level 3. Did they have level 3?
I don't remember, but I remember watching pretty much all of
They
them.
had level 2 and then but the next level after that level 3 was really bad.
Probably.
Level 1 was so good.
Level 1 was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that show too. That also came late.
I am Zix Zix Funky Z or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about.
No. But,
we're talking about Hack Sign.
Late night shows, yeah.
Late night shows. What was the block called? It was called something. Do you know what I mean? Like that whole block of shows was called something. Because it would switch over from being YTV to something else. Because like Cartoon Network had Adult Swim, right? So it would switch over from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim when they would start showing their anime and late night shows.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same for YTV, and I can't think of what it was called now. Like the whole look of the channel would change, and it would get like it had like a blue and black theme.
Bionics?
Oh my god, it was Bionics.
Yeah.
Bionics.
Bionic.
And it had like it had like a sick beat.
Mm.
Next up, hack sign.
Yeah.
And at 10:30, Inuyasha. And at midnight, Witch Hunter Robin.
And that's when I just turned my head around because I would not be present for that. Otherwise, my parents would kill me. They'd be like, "Are you going to school or watching
I'm gonna watch it.
it?" Yes, the tube.
Hi.
Continue. What
Hack
is
sign.
dot
Hack
hack
sign.
sign?
Dot hack sign was about a character named Tsukasa, and they play in a game called The World. The World is like this open world RPG type video game, and players play by sitting at a terminal, like at their computer, and they have a headset on. It's like VR. They're basically in the world, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's no, from what I remember, there's no point to the game. You can do whatever you want. You play the game how you think you want to play the game, how you think you should play the game. So this character, the only reason they play the game, I guess, is to kind of escape their daily life. So they don't really care about anybody else. They end up meeting a character called Mimiru at one point in the first episode, and they don't want anything to do with her. Like they just they'd rather just be by themselves. That's how they choose to play the game, is to just be by themselves and enjoy the world as an escape. And then one day they go to log out from the game and they can't log out. They're trapped inside of the world. And then after that, this weird fever dream of an anime starts. Because it's like I can hardly remember what happened in the anime. I really need to rewatch it. I think I own it on like a DVD set somewhere. I got it at the Hairy Tarantula. You were there when I bought it.
Probably.
Yeah. Hairy Tarantula is like this anime manga store in Toronto. But yeah, they get stuck in the game and they end up like the game starts to glitch and they end up unlocking like this weird monster that becomes like their ally. And then as the anime is really slow. Like that's people's complaints with the anime is that it's very slow. That's why Amna didn't like it. Amna is one of our friends, and she watched this anime and she didn't like it because of how slow it was. But I think it just sets the atmosphere very well, and like the story comes to you very slowly and in bits and pieces. Like you even learn like there's other characters in the anime, and you learn sort of why they play the world and like who they are outside of the game, because they can log out, so they obviously have outside lives and stuff, but that isn't a prominent feature. It's just sort of conveyed to you through silent clips. Even Tsukasa, like their outside life before they started to play the game, is conveyed to you through silent clips, so you start to learn like what this person's home life was like. And even you kind of slowly get to learn what happened to them and why they're stuck inside of the world. So at the beginning, it's like this kind of mystery. And then you start to realize that there's some weird glitch in the world and that there's this weird, something strange is going on. Because for some reason, Tsukasa's character can access this glitch as a monster and also access sort of weird non-player characters in the game who aren't supposed to exist. It's like the game has developed a mind of its own. It's very strange. I can hardly even remember the ending, but I would also say another reason to listen to it is for the music, because the music is composed by, oh, I've forgotten her name. What's her name? It's really important. Yuki Kajiera. She's a composer and she uses sort of lots of instrumentals in her work, especially the violin and lots of string. Lots of
Yeah, in anime, I
classically
don't think they
influenced
usually
music,
use
which is
classic
interesting in
music much.
anime. Other than like the opening for maybe Vampire Night.
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
that's
dun,
what I
dun,
thought
dun,
of
dun,
too.
dun.
Dun, 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 dun. I love that song.
I don't know how to describe her style of music. It uses some like techno elements, but it's also very classically influenced. It's very strange, but she does the music for Fate Stay Night also, and she did the music for Puella Magi Madoka.
Oh.
And she made a girl group called Calafina. So if
Oh.
anybody wants to listen to some good music, listen to some Calafina. Even if you don't want to watch the anime, I would say listen to the soundtrack for it because it's so good. It's such a good soundtrack. Do you remember anything else about the anime? Like, what do you remember seeing?
I just remember the art being nice.
Yeah, the art's really nice. There's a video game based off of it also. Like an actual video game that you can buy.
A good one?
I haven't played. I own the remastered, but I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. But a lot of people say it's really good. But yes, that is my second favorite show, TV show. 3 more to go.
What is your third one, Tube?
Gravity Falls.
I know that one.
Did you watch that one?
Oh yeah.
I didn't finish it because I didn't want it to end, so I didn't finish it.
Like most shows.
Look, I get sad, so I don't want to finish it, so I just stop it like maybe a couple episodes before they end, and I'm like, no.
Only show.
But that means it never ends, and I won't get sad. I will never know the ending.
What other shows have you done that with too?
Lots.
Yeah.
Lots. Over the Garden Wall, Steven Universe, Adventure Tim. That one show about the bird and the raccoon, regular show, that's what it's called. But yeah, Gravity Falls is about a boy named Dipper and his sister Mabel who not move, but I think it's for summer vacation. They go to live with their grunkle Stan, and there's this the place that they move to. I think it's supposed to be in Oregon, right? Like a forest in Oregon. And it's like weird things start happening in the forest. Like there are these weird monsters that start coming up, and Dipper finds a book that has sort of detailed descriptions of these monsters. And I think they have different numbers on the front of the book. So there's like lots of different books for him to collect. And each book is like warning him like not to trust anybody, be careful of the area and things like that. So it's like this weird sort of mystery. If you ever watched Erie, Indiana when you were a kid, or that other show called So Weird, you would probably like this show.
That's So Weird?
No, not That's So Weird. It was just called So Weird. Do you remember that show?
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember.
It's about a girl. Weird things happen to her.
Oh,
she travels with her family. She travels with her mom. Her mom's a rock star or something. Yeah. It's kind of, it has that similar feel. Like they live in like this weird place and weird things are happening. So he lives with his uncle Stan, and then there's this character named Seuss, who is my favorite. He's like Uncle Stan's, I guess, like helper or something, or he just kind of lives in the area. And then there's Gideon. Gideon's an interesting character because he's like the leader of a church or something, but he's like those guys you see on TV. He's like a televangelist. He's a televangelist, but he's a little kid.
What?
Yeah, so it's a really interesting and cool show. Like it doesn't I feel like it doesn't dumb anything down for kids. I feel like it just treats the child as like because it's a kids show basically. It's an animated children's show, but I feel like it doesn't treat children like they're stupid. It gives you all the clues. It doesn't hold your hand like it's there for you to solve everything basically. You know what I mean? Because a lot of children's shows I feel like treat them like they're dumb, but this one doesn't do that. They made this like really good interesting story-wise show for kids to watch, and I really like when they do that.
Yeah, I haven't watched all of it, and even most of it I watched like really random episodes on, I think it was on YTV before, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I watched a lot of like random episodes on it, but it's like really funny. It actually kind of is similar to like the humor in Bob's Burgers, but not as adult.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I had to stop watching it, was because I suddenly stopped having cable because I couldn't pay for it. So I couldn't watch all of the shows that I used to watch. So like I was following Gravity Falls, and I probably would have watched the end, because I at least try to watch the end at least once, and then if I'm rewatching the show I won't watch it.
Yeah.
But like I don't get a chance to anymore because I don't have cable, so I have to actually find the episodes somewhere and watch them. Yeah. So yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
That was number 3. And number 4, you've also watched.
Yeah.
Number 4 is The Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Golden Girls is good. I used to watch that show when I was younger, when I was a kid. My
Mhm.
mom didn't like that I watched it though because it has a lot of adult humor in it. But when I was a kid, I didn't understand it, so like it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because like Blanche is always like, "Oh, I've slept with 50 men last week and it was amazing. 2 of them held me over a pool while they dangled me by my legs and it was exhilarating." And I'm like, "What?"
And she also like the way she talks, her eyebrows and everything is just like following as like the same way that she's saying things.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And her, she's kind of like dancing over all sexily and stuff
Mhm.
too. But
Mhm.
you don't know that as a kid.
Mhm.
You're just like, oh, she moves funny. Like
Yeah.
you don't realize.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I loved that show, and then I had to stop watching it, and I could only watch it when my mom was like busy and doing other things, so she couldn't like police what I was watching on the TV.
Mm.
So I caught it a lot when I was a kid, but then now that I'm older, I just watch it like for fun because I loved it when I was younger. And anyhow, the Golden Girls, for those of you who don't know, I wouldn't know why you wouldn't know. It's seen such a resurgence in the past few years. It is about 5 women: Blanche, Dorothy,
Rose.
Rose, and Sophia. 4 women.
4 women. Yeah, I was gonna
And
say
they
5.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
getting confused with Coco because he was there for the pilot and then he wasn't there anymore.
Oh, yeah,
um,
or main ones, I guess.
yeah. So they're not retired, but they're not elderly, but they're like, what would you call it? They're older, mature women. They're
Hmm.
not elderly women. Maybe Sophia would be considered elderly.
Yeah, like her character at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have gone through, like, their husbands have either died or passed away or they've gone through a divorce, and they all live together in a shared house, and they all
Hmm.
go through these like sort of wacky shenanigan episodes,
Hmm.
like things that you would see on. I watched a video by this YouTuber called Pushing Up Roses, and she mentioned how in older shows you most likely wouldn't see older women getting into funny, wacky incidents. It would most likely be a show with men in it.
Mm.
I suppose you could say that maybe like Lucy from I Love Lucy, or like Mary Tyler Moore from Mary Tyler Moore got into wacky sort of situations. But yeah, I think maybe mostly it was men,
Mm.
and maybe younger women and younger men, not like older women like them.
Yeah.
So like, but even though like they have like those wacky sort of sitcom type episodes where they're like really funny and stuff, they
Mm.
also have like the more serious episodes, like the ones about HIV or like homelessness.
Mm.
What other ones? I can't think of the other ones. Oh, PTSD, when Rose becomes too scared to leave the house at night or during the
Mm.
day even, because she's afraid burglars are going to come in and get her. There's
Mhm.
um there's an episode about suicide. All that stuff is like what makes the show really great, and they do
Mhm.
a really good job of sort of handling all of those issues. Even the one about Alzheimer's, I can't watch that one. That one's too sad. About the old guy who forgets Sophia.
Oh yeah.
Can't
Oh
watch
my
that one.
gosh.
Yeah.
That episode is so sad.
Yeah, that's such a sad episode, but of course, because it's like an older show, a lot of things haven't aged very well.
Mm.
Like there's an episode about a black housekeeper, which could be
Mm.
quite questionable,
Yeah.
and maybe some stuff about mental health, which isn't as accurate as it would be today. But
Yeah.
other than that, like the show is mostly still really amazing, and all of the actresses are really amazing. All of the actresses in it were like in other things. Betty White basically has been on TV since the dawn of time, and
Hmm.
she's still on TV. It's amazing. She got like 2 amazing sitcom shows to be on. She was on The Golden Girls, and then she got to be on Hot in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Hot in Cleveland was so good too. Like her character was more like Sophia.
Hmm.
Sophia, for like those who haven't watched it, Sophia is Dorothy's mom, and
She's my favorite.
she's very elderly and very wacky. She's because she's had a stroke. Like apparently the part of her brain that restricts what she says is kind of broken, so she just says whatever she wants. So she calls Blanche like a slut puppy at one point. Oh gosh. There's then there's Rose, who's like lovably naive. She's not stupid, but she's trusting to a fault. There's Dorothy, who's very serious and sort of like the reliable one. And then there's Blanche, who's sex crazed.
Yep.
That's the only way I would describe her, as narcissistic and sex crazed.
I remember in high school, I think with Shruti,
Mm-hmm.
we were like,
Shruti is our friend.
Shruti is our friend, yes. They wouldn't know Shruti if I didn't tell them.
No.
So Shruti, you, Vanny, and I, all of us, we were talking about Golden Girls. And at that time, I don't think I even watched Golden Girls. I think that's why I ended up watching Golden Girls.
You only watched it like recently.
I watched it maybe like a couple years back.
Yeah,
no,
I consider that
like
recently.
Two or 3 years back.
I consider that recently.
Yeah. So in high school, though, like you guys were talking about the Golden Girls, and you were naming each other for who is who.
Oh yeah.
And they like I think Vanny was Rose, and you were probably Dorothy or Sophia. I don't remember.
Dorothy.
You guys named yourselves.
Yeah.
And then you said there's one left, and it's Blanche. And they was like, okay, let's just give Deva Blanche. And I'm like, who's Blanche? And they're like, oh, she's a slut. I'm like, okay, what?
She's the only one left over. I don't know what to do. Honestly, no one could probably be Blanche except for Blanche, but you were the only one there. You were standing there. She was the only one left. You were Blanche.
And so I got named Blanche.
Flat puppy.
But I think in reality.
In realty. Are we selling houses?
I wish I had money for that. Yeah, in reality, I feel like in reality, I feel like I'm more of Rose, like in between like Rose and maybe Dorothy.
Okay.
Like somewhere in between.
Yes.
Yeah. But more leaning towards Rose. But Vanny is the real Rose.
Vanny is the real Rose. You know, when Betty White had to play her character, she had a hard time because she was used to playing a character like Blanche. She was originally sort of like this not over sexualized, but the super sexy sexual character. I think she was on the Mary Tyler Moore show. So that's what she was used to playing, which is hard to think about, but that's what she was. So when she had to play for Rose, because originally she auditioned for Blanche, but she didn't I don't think she got it, or like she switched with Rue McClanahan because they wanted to sort of make the show interesting, like sort of have the actresses play characters that were different for them, because I think Rue was also known for playing sort of more ditzy characters. Maybe so they switched. So but Betty White didn't really understand Rose, so I think one of the producers sort of told her that the way you have to look at Rose is that she it's not that she's dumb, it's just that she's trusting. She's very trusting. So if you tell her something, she will believe it. So she's not stupid. She's just very trusting. So if you told her like what Dorothy says, that her grandmother died because the children in town came and took her wheels off of her chair, she'd believe you.
Yeah, she would.
So that's the Golden Girls. It's a very good show. It's
very, very good.
It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it. You don't need to buy anything except Amazon Prime. Isn't it weird how the Golden Girls has been like it's seen such a big resurgence within the past couple of years? Because there was a point in time where you could go into a store and get a shit ton of Golden Girls stuff. Like even now, because you got me that Golden Girls mug the other day.
Yeah, I just saw it at HomeSense, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Trisha.
She got me
I have to get it.
A mug with Dorothy on it, and it says, "No, I will not have a good day."
It's you.
But yes, I like Golden Girl, and Dorothy is my favorite character.
Yeah, And we saw the Sophia's Mine, by the way.
Mm,
I think I already said that.
yes.
But yeah, we saw the merchandise even in where did we go? Sonic Boom?
Yeah, we went to Sonic Boom, which is like a vintage CD and record store in Toronto, and they had
Yeah.
Golden Girl stuff. They had like the coloring books, they had mugs. I think you
Yeah.
bought like a trivia game for Golden Girls, but we played it
Yeah.
and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Because it asked like the most like obscure question, like who was Blanche's third boyfriend in
Yeah,
episodes. I'm like, I
how am
don't
I going
know.
to remember that?
Bill?
Why don't you just ask me what happened?
John?
Tim?
She does
Bob?
date a John, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
John was the blind man she dated at one point. Yes.
Anyways, the point of the story is I watched all these seasons, even if it was fresh in my mind, I don't know if I'd remember the exact name of the character.
Bill. Tim. Um
Paul.
Amick.
Yeah.
The one brown guy who was on the show, Amick.
Oh man.
Yes. I have
Yeah.
one more show, Doob.
Mhm.
Have you watched this one?
Still have not watched it.
It's another cozy mystery
Dun,
show.
dun, dun.
It's called Murder, She Wrote. Actually, there's an interesting connection between Murder, She Wrote and Golden Girls.
Really?
There's a couple, actually. Rue McClanahan's on an episode of Murder, She Wrote. Probably one of the best episodes.
Hmm.
It's called
Are
Murder
they
Takes the Bus.
are they all different?
Yeah, all the episodes are different.
Oh, I want to watch that episode.
The main character is the same. So the show is about Jessica Fletcher. She is a writer. Her husband died maybe a couple years ago, so she took up writing, and her book ends up becoming a bestseller. And this sends her sort of on this journey, like she gets to go to so many different places and things like that like for research for her writing, or maybe because she's going to the city to deal with some sort of like she ends up getting called to be on like chairman like, to be the chairman of the board on like what do you call it, like when companies have stockholders, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She goes from being like this random sort of school teacher in a small town in Maine to being this huge superstar sort of overnight.
Hmm.
So it's kind of really cool to see like the different places she goes to. And usually, every single episode, wherever she is, no matter what's going on, somebody dies and she has to solve that murder.
Huh.
Or she will go to be helping out a relative or a friend of a friend, and somebody will die. So Jessica, sometimes when she's traveling to places, it's because she's meeting with a friend or with like a family friend or a family member. She has like, I'm not even kidding, she has like a million family members and friends because it's almost every single episode is like that.
Oh, jeez.
So every single episode, the premise, like I said, is the same. She goes somewhere, somebody gets murdered, she solves the murder. Bing, bang, boom. That's it. But it's such a good show. Some episodes are really campy, and that's what.
It's on Netflix, is it not?
No, it's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm watching it.
Tell me which episode Rue McClanahan.
Did you just call her Rue McClanahan?
Yes.
Doob.
You know.
You are Blanche. You should know her name. It's Rue McClanahan.
I am not Blanche.
Yes, you are. Come on, slut puppy. She's on Murder Takes the Bus. That's actually a really good episode, Murder Takes the Bus. And one of the characters in there is she played the girl in The Exorcist, the girl whose head spins around. So
I don't know who that is.
Okay. Well, that's a good episode. There's lots of course, there's like really boring episodes where she goes to the city. Those are the ones where I find a little bit boring, where she's in the city and it's like she's dealing with weird financial things, and like it's a financial, like somebody in the financial sector gets murdered, and it's like who did it, and it was like his best friend because he wants the money, and it's like, okay, that's all right. But like the best episodes are when she's like, when things are like super campy, like when she goes to the city and she's investigating a murder in a burlesque club, or like she's in a small town and she's the owner of she ends up being the owner of like A Gentleman's Club somehow. That's a good one. Most of the good ones take place in her hometown in Cabot Cove. Those are the best ones because you get all like the regularly occurring characters, including this one character. I can't remember her name right now, but she plays the realtor there, and she's so hot. They're all played by like these older actresses who are like in older movies or TV shows. So they're all like super experienced. So the acting is like really good, but the characters are super campy and like weird and zany. And that's like what makes a cozy mystery so good. It's the characters along with like the non-offensive murder basically. So that's why the show is so good, because they have such zany characters a lot of the time. They'll have characters who are like regular people but dialed up to 10 basically, so it's like really good. I would suggest you watch it.
I shall.
I like Murder, She Wrote. Watch Murder Takes the Bus. Oh, and the other connection I was gonna say was that Angela Lansbury and B. Arthur, the woman who plays Dorothy on The Golden Girls, were friends.
Oh.
Yes. They sing a song called Bosom Buddies together. So if you go on YouTube and Google Bosom Buddies, that should come up.
What
maybe.
the heck?
Yes. Look, the word bosom wasn't weird before in the olden days, I'm pretty sure. I think it just got weird later.
Bosom.
Mind your bosom, dear. Oh my god, I went to drink water and I almost spat it out. My mom says bust.
Bust?
Bust.
There are so many different terms for it.
I think the most common phrase now is boobies.
Titties. Tits.
Jugs? What'd you say?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't say. I just said there are more.
Oh, I thought you said
say like.
I thought you said like thermal bag or something, and I was like,
no.
What? Wait,
no.
huh?
No. No.
Okay, I don't know how we got to that, but yes, search the song "Bosom Buddies." And
I'm gonna start substituting boobs with bosom.
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 My bosom can't fit into this top.
Oh my! That's some hot bosom.
Look at the bosoms on her. Oh my god, do you remember that time we got off the train and this woman walked by and she was wearing like this tank top, and her bosoms were so huge.
Big.
And the tank top was so small.
We stopped talking because we were both so entranced by her bosom.
We stopped talking. Yes. That's how you would use it.
Because we were both like, I don't know, I think we're going to go up there and we're going to go to the store and we're going to eat some food. And I think I'm going to get the onigiri.
Yeah, literally like. And then after that like long pause, we were like, did you see that?
No, I'm so sure she
And then
knew
we had to wait for her to
laughing.
pass by to talk about it. Oh, baby. That sounds like something we would do. Maybe she gets that a lot. Now I feel bad.
I felt really bad afterwards, but at the same time, how dare you put your bazonkas in a top that tiny?
Bazonka.
This is very far away from Murder, She Wrote.
For real. And we still have 5 more to go.
Yeah. But yes, my Murder, She Wrote recommendations would be Murder Takes the Bus. Mm-hmm. If it's Thursday, it must be Beverly. And Who Threw the Barbitals in Mrs. Fletcher's Chowder. Those are my recommendations for Murder, She Wrote episodes. Because there's so many. There's like 10 seasons, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll watch the first one, the bus one, and then I'll give it a try. I'll see if I like it.
That was actually the first or second episode I watched, and that's when I knew I would like the show.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I like it. I feel like this will be like a show to watch. Like, you said it's like a comfy kind of murder
a lot
show.
Of the time, I just have it on in the background.
Yeah. So I like shows like that, so I can watch it once and then like I can just keep playing them around, just like Golden Girls, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bob's Burgers. I was looking at the list now of like what I wrote for the top TV shows. But like honestly, I don't think 5 is enough to cover my actual.
Well, we're gonna do more episodes.
favorites.
This isn't like the be all end all of television show lists.
So there's definitely like more that I would add. But I don't wanna like take away from what I already have. So this is it for now.
Those are my top 5 television TV shows.
Yay!
Yay! I don't know how I did. I think I did a pretty bad job of explaining everything, but
no.
Lots of random thoughts. I don't think I even finished my thought that I was trying to say that Betty White is very old. But never mind. It's your turn, Doob.
Hello.
Hi, Doob. Who are you?
I'm Doob.
What do you do? What do you Doob?
I'm Luna's babysitter.
Wow. Did you need to feed her?
Yes, in a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I'm here to talk about my favorite TV shows.
That's what you came home for?
Yeah. I was at my dad's place and then I kind of rushed over here and I was like, podcast.
I'm glad you're so dedicated to our 3 listeners.
I know, right? And Luna too. She's like here and she's like, her ears are perking up everywhere. Yeah, I've even bought coffee to be awake for this whole thing.
Wow.
The first show I'm going to talk about is a show that I'm sure like 99% of the people knows or know about, which is Friends. What new season? What did I to say about? Oh no.
Oh, she has a note next to Friends that says "Talk about new season coming up." # not sponsored. But I think you meant the special.
Yeah.
Which already happened. Isn't that weird? Because we made this list 4 weeks ago, and then you got sick, and then the special happened.
Yeah, and I watched it after I recovered, and then now I'm talking about it and it's already out. It's not coming up, it's already out. And it's not it's not a new season, it's just like the special.
You know, I don't hate Friends, but I don't love it either. I like it that I can watch it in the background of things, but I don't necessarily, I'm not in love with the show. It's not my favorite thing. But I don't hate it. I
love it a lot. I don't really like, like the storyline and stuff. I think it's a little bit crazy. I don't think it's like, a lot of that is not realistic, that's for sure. Like the monkey, for example, or
oh god,
like,
the fucking monkey. Don't talk to me
like
about
the most
that
annoying thing about
that was so stupid. Hi guys. And to give it to the most annoying character. Fuck off, Ross.
She doesn't like Ross.
I hate Ross. I can't stand the man.
I like it because it's fun for me to watch, and it's really fun for me to watch, I should say. And I don't know, certain parts of like it was really it's funny and comfortable to watch. Like comfortable as in like it's casual, like it's very easy and lightweight to watch, which I need a lot because like to start like a drama or a show,
you have to be invested.
Yes, I can't be invested in a lot of shows. And to be invested, it takes my full attention. And
I have a 3-second attention span now.
It seems like I don't have, like I'm used to like multitasking and watching shows in the background.
I don't mind working on something, but I hate that like I'm on my phone more than watching the TV, because then I don't get to watch new TV shows.
Because like I can't pay attention for long enough, because I'll always at some point whip out my phone, which is why I keep watching The Golden Girls or Murder, She Wrote. And not that like those are bad TV shows. It's just that I wish that I was watching different shows. Yeah.
And like I feel like it's also based on like your mood. Like you can be sad, you can be happy, you can be anything and still watch Friends. If you're sad, for example, you don't want to come home and watch something really intense. Like
Anne.
like even Anne?
Anne. From Anne, like the Anne of Green Gables remake. That's intense.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't watched that. I only watched like the cartoon
It's
that
good.
used to come on.
But it's very intense.
Like I told you about the show Mouse, right? Like I really love that show, but I wouldn't like have the energy level to watch it at every point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love that show and I love like everything about it, but it's not suitable for every single mood. And also,
so what you're saying is like at the beginning of the show they should have like a, instead of a not suitable for certain audiences thing, they should have not suitable if you are so tired from work.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Like everything was divided. Like in Netflix, for example, they can say happy, sad, like
you can watch you can watch this show while also being on your phone to make the voices stop in your brain.
Yeah.
Do you have anxiety?
Multitasker, here you go. These are the lists of shows.
Watch this.
Honestly, that would be great. No?
Maybe. Possibly.
Like, it's kind of like a show picker, show/movie picker, but like according to what you're feeling, and that's relatable for everyone. Anyways.
What if you're feeling what if you are feeling sexy?
If you're feeling sexy.
Yes.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my god. Okay, I watched that because I wanted to see what all of the hubbub was about. Okay, dude? And let me tell you, it was so boring.
Bad.
It's not even that it's hold on, my headphones are stuck.
You sound far, so I figured something was happening.
It's not. I got so angry my headphones got tangled. No, it's not a movie that is supposed to be so super sexual and about bondage and about like ooh, naughty things. For a movie that's supposed to be like that, it's so fucking boring. It's so bad. It's not even good. Why did it make money?
No, the best part of the movie is when he takes her up in a helicopter and Love Me Like You Do plays by Ellie Goulding. That is the best part of the entire fucking movie. And the movie is about fucking. Oh my god.
Sorry, I really hate that movie.
I've seen clips of it and I just laugh at it. Like, I don't take it seriously at all.
What are you doing at the Home Hardware? I'm also at the Home Hardware. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm just buying zip ties and rope. Oh.
That was definitely not on my top TV shows, but you know, I just thought I put it out there.
Very long tangent for me to just say fuck that franchise.
Yeah, Friends is my first. It's the first one out of my top favorite TV shows. So easy to watch, so lighthearted, super funny. Any point in time you can watch it, not during sexy time, maybe. I don't know, maybe that one episode with Monica is considered a sexy time.
Which one? The one where she talks about the erogenous zones?
Yes, that's exactly one.
7!
That's exactly the one.
7! 7!
And then she just puts her hand up and it's 7. 7! Honestly, if you don't take anything that happens in the show seriously and you're just like in the moment watching it, it's really funny.
That's the problem. I take it too seriously, so I don't find a lot of the stuff funny. But yeah, if you're not taking it seriously, you're just watching it to like chill out and relax. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Don't be like
it's very laid back. So the second show is it's actually the same as, I mean, it's also on Tube's list.
Hi.
It's called Golden Girls.
Copycat.
I
Gosh,
honestly
what's
didn't
the
even
Golden
look up
Girls?
what. Oh my gosh! So it follows. No, I think Luna's in there. No. Yeah, Tube kind of talked about Golden Girls already, so I'm not gonna go over exactly what happens and whatnot. But I really like that show. I like it because it's really really funny and it's very authentic humor. Like authentic being like I know a lot of like shows I've noticed these days. I mean, I sound like an old woman when I say this, but I've noticed a lot of shows these days don't have the same quality humor that
You do
older
sound old.
shows have. And I think it's because they don't put much thought into it anymore,
Okay.
or they make it more relative to like I don't know, younger audiences. I don't know what it is, especially like teenage sitcoms. Like I can't watch those anymore.
I don't understand these children today. What's a tick and tack?
But I like the humor in it, and I like dry humor and sarcastic like sarcasm.
That's interesting because you don't like The Office.
Yeah, I don't like The Office. Don't hate me, people, but I really don't like The Office.
Yeah.
I've given it a lot of chances, okay? I've given it a lot of chances. I've watched so many episodes before Harpreet even introduced it to me.
Like have you only watched the first season or have you watched the other seasons?
I've watched other seasons too.
What is it do you not like about it?
I find it really boring.
Really?
Yeah. And I've tried. Like I watched first season, I watched second season.
So
I watched the
weird.
wedding. And I'm like, like I literally like there's nothing on my face and I'm not really like into it. I'm just watching it for the sake of watching it.
It's so weird because I find it so relatable.
I don't know. I just can't get into it. And I've tried to get into it. I like if I actually watch a show, like you know me, like I will try I will try my best to like finish it too, right? But I watched it and I keep watching and I can't. Like I just can't get into it. There's only like certain things that I haven't like actually finished. And Office is one because
I think it's like you have to be able to get into like the maybe like the background storyline that's happening from season 1 and onwards. Like I think that's what sort of keeps you engaged with the show. And also I find it funny, so. And I know a lot of people won't watch it because they don't find it funny, but I find it funny. I like the because you said you like dry humor, and I was like, oh, you mean like The Office?
No, but dry humor as in like I don't know it. I don't find the humor funny though. The one in Office.
I can't believe you, Doob, you ignorant slut.
See, I find that funny.
This is from an episode where they throw watermelons at a car and you can't find that funny. I can't with you.
No. But yeah, Golden Girls is really funny, so I like it.
Thank you, Doob.
I
wouldn't really call Golden Girls humor dry humor. I would call B. Arthur's humor, I would call her more dry and sarcastic humor. Yeah.
Dry, sarcastic. Yeah, it's like a mix of the two. And Sophia's, like, what would you call her, Sophia's? Because hers is more like dark too, right?
I guess so. I was about to call it batshit insane, but yes.
Batshit humor.
Yeah.
Batshit dark, and I say it's also, like extremely sarcastic and
because there's dry. That one episode where she's like circling she's looking at the obituaries and she's circling all of the people that she's outlived or something. Her yearbook, that's what she's doing.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, she's hilarious. I like all the characters, to be honest. Like they're all like really well thought out, and each of them have like their own kind of humor. Like Rose is like this like stupid humor almost. It's but yeah, I like all of them, but all their humor, I mean, but Sophia's I'd say is like my favorite, and then next is probably Dorothy, and it makes sense because you're relatable to Dorothy. Yeah, I like that it's a chill show in a way, like the way that the way that they thought of like this, not the storyline, but like the mix of like funny and intense storylines. It's like similar to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because Fresh Prince of Bel-Air also the way like when I watch it feels the same, kind of similar, because like a lot of it is really funny and you're just like watching things happen like in the show, and then like there are actually serious episodes too, and they're very meaningful, have a lot of things to learn from and stuff like that. So yeah, I like Gordon Girls. It was very thought out.
You said Gordon Girl.
Sorry, I like put my accidentally became like a kind of accent because I put my finger on my chin.
I like Gordon Girl.
Yeah, overall it was just like an amazing show, and like I never thought I would like the show as much as I did because of it being so old. Sorry, like
oh my god.
Like, but I watched like scenes, right? So that's what kind of like hooked me on for the first time, and then I started by watching each episode, and then it was like so good. So that's that.
Wow.
The third one.
Good segue to. That's not. I'm done.
The third one on my list is called The End of the Fucking World.
You swore.
On Netflix. It's The End of the Bleep 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 King World.
Oh. Better.
So what is The End of the Fucking World? Okay, so it's basically about this kid. It follows two kids, really. I think they're more like teenagers. But it starts off with this guy, and he's kind of like in the midst of like becoming a psychopath.
Okay.
So it's like
Dube's dream.
What? No. I've watched a lot of like psychotic thrillers, to be honest. I've watched what else is really good? The why can't I ever remember the title of this thing?
What?
It's like another like murder show. It's like this cop, and he investigates different cases, but it's basically like him investigating and looking into serial killers before serial killing was a thing in the 70s or something, I think. But it was a really good show. I can't remember the name of it now. That's gonna bother me. Mindhunters, that's what it's called.
Mindhunters?
Yeah, Mindhunters. That's what it's called. Because he's like basically investing like how how serial killers think in order to solve future cases.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Really, really good show. Yeah, when I watched it, I was really hooked on it. And in the first season, I actually haven't really finished the second season. I think I got like really busy when it came out, and then I just haven't gone back to it yet. But also a really good show. But anyways, the point is, I watch a lot of thrillers. A lot of
that was a really roundabout way to get to the fact that you watch a lot of thrillers.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember the name.
Oh god.
Otherwise, it would just been like, yeah, this thing is about serial killers, and I watched that too. But anyways, The End of the Fucking World is about this psychopath. Like, he's like on his way to becoming a psychopath. You can see like by his actions what he's doing. Like, he's well on his way to becoming a serial killer, or not a serial killer, a killer, right? Killer / psychopath. And he goes, like, he sees this girl, he meets this girl, and this is like right in the beginning, so it's not gonna be like a spoiler. So he sees this girl, and he's like, this girl would be my first victim.
Oh. Okay.
And the way that the show is like the way that they show like the people's thoughts and everything from the show is very interesting. You can literally hear what they're thinking and also what they're saying together.
But Doob, I can always hear what everybody's thinking.
No, but not on shows.
Oh.
They just have a dialogue and that's it.
I meant in real life. Damn it, Doob, you ruined my joke. Okay.
So yeah, it's a really cool show. It's very interesting. and it's not very long. So if you're someone that doesn't have so much time but you want something interesting to watch this show. And then there's the same producers. They did another show too, and it was really good too.
What was it called?
Oh
God.
I watched that too, and now.
Oh God, this again.
Okay, cut this whole part out, but let me look it up.
No, I'm gonna keep it all in so that way everybody can know the pain that I feel when I have to sit here and wait for you to find something.
Shut up.
I am not okay with this.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not okay with this. So he's the author of the book.
Oh, okay.
So they had the book, they had 2 books that he's known for, which is The End of the Fucking World and I'm Not Okay with This.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not okay with this.
I'm not okay.
Both are really good, by the way.
All right. Oh, they're based on books, both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess comics more so.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's like very I don't know, it's an interesting setting that they kind of put you in, not setting as in the place itself or like,
but with like the main character being a killer basically.
Yeah, that and like the way that you kind of emotionally tie, the way that you're tied with the show itself while you're watching it.
Yes,
it's very different, if that makes sense.
No,
like emotionally it's different kind of place that you're in.
What will it make me feel? What are the emotions I will feel when I watch this show?
You'll be like this show, it would be like all up and down. Like it's like more so like calm. But like something is like, it's not right. What's happening on the TV or in the show. But you're still calm while you're watching it, and then something happens and then you're like, oh, and your eyes just pop out. And
what you're explaining to me is anxiety.
It's not anxiety.
Okay.
It's a really good show.
Okay.
It's a really good show.
Yeah, you've been telling me to watch it for like years now, and I keep going, no. But maybe I will at some point.
Yeah, it's really good show.
Yes.
Because like the 2 characters basically, so he goes to like kill this girl, right? But then like things happen, and they both kind of like things like events happen that and then they both kind of relate to each other in a way, because she's also like, her story is completely different too. So she's like, they're both complicated people. Okay. Like their personality is very complex, and everything that happens that makes them this way, like you see everything. You see why they became the person that they are. And how both of their like emotional state kind of connects with each other.
Okay.
So it's really good. It's like almost like an emotional journey that you're going through.
Anxiety?
But not anxiety.
Oh.
It's almost like your emotions are all up and down a little bit, but it's like in a calm way.
Are you trying to say it's an emotional roller coaster?
Kind of, but it's like in the calmest way.
An emotional merry-go-round.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I think that's more accurate. And then in the end, you're like on the path to like realization, like, everything is good.
Is it like Buddhism? Like I'm on the path to nirvana?
Sure. Okay. Let's just keep it at So that's that show. Has 2 seasons. And I think it's like maybe half an hour or less from what I remember. It's very short. So it's easy to watch.
The whole season is a half hour?
No, like each episode. Each episode. I think there's like 10 episodes. And
I know.
It's like, yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Okay.
The next show, number 4. It's actually, I think, one of my favorites. Like I keep recommending it to people.
Okay.
And it's called Black Mirror.
I think most people know Black Mirror. Yeah.
So Black Mirror, it's similar to the way that Twilight Zone kind of revolves around, like the way that Twilight Zone is, in the fact that it has like
each episode is like its own contained universe.
Yeah, it's like eerie and mysterious, and then like, or like it's not even that. Like sometimes it's not like that, and sometimes it's just like this random like regular storyline, right? And then at
Mhm.
the end, you're like, what?
Uh-huh.
And that's for every single episode, pretty
Mhm.
much.
I think I watched most of the first season, but I didn't really feel like watching the second one because it had that whole gimmick with the
Oh,
game
yeah.
thing.
So I couldn't watch
There was
it.
like an interactive game thing, but it wouldn't work with my TV, so I couldn't do it because the
Huh.
interactive thing didn't work.
Interactive?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like it was like a choose your own adventure type thing, right?
For Black Mirror?
Yeah, for the second season.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I never played it, so I don't know.
It was there. Everyone was talking about it at one point.
You're not talking about the movie, right?
What movie? Hold on.
I know the interactive feature. I actually discovered it recently.
We're
Because
so
I think
behind.
Harpreet was telling me about it with this this other show.
It's the Bandersnatch episode. So you could choose how the episode will develop.
Bandersnatch?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Let me look this up too. Bandersnatch. Okay, so I don't think I watched that because that was like a special one.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it, and it was after that they started the second season, I think, and I couldn't watch Bandersnatch because of the phone thing, and I was like, oh well, screw you guys then. I never watched the second season.
But you don't need to watch it. You don't need to watch this.
I know, but they broke my trust.
Okay, tube. Okay.
I was just thinking about Black Mirror the other day. I was thinking about the I can't remember the name of the episode now, but the one where all of the people have their minds trapped in a computer, and those two girls end up dating because they couldn't date in real life.
Hmm.
That was my favorite one.
Hmm.
I couldn't remember the name of it, but the plot of that one reminded me of the plot of a book called Pendragon.
Are you talking about the one where they're in the girls, like she's in a club and then she comes and she meets her there, and then but they're actually old in real life?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. That one was actually a really good episode.
Mhm.
Was that in season 1?
Yeah.
Oh. The seasons just mixed together for me because I've watched all of them.
Were there only 2?
I think there's 3 seasons.
Oh.
There's definitely 3 seasons.
I don't remember. I can't keep up with the youngins these days. So yeah, why do you like Black Mirror, or what's like your favorite episode? I mean, I guess you already said why you like it, but like, what's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode, I would say, is the there's 5 seasons.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's why I was like, okay, there's definitely more than 3 too.
I can't keep up with the youngins.
You really can't keep up with the young. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not
But
5. So my favorite one is, I mean, I like a lot of the episodes in here, but my favorite one would be it's called Nosedive.
Okay.
It's the first episode in season 3,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I didn't watch it first, but I think I watched it in order. I did watch it in order. Most people that I know that I've spoken to Black Mirror to
You've spoken to Black Mirror, Doob.
Most people that I know that I spoke to about Black Mirror have watched this episode first.
Okay.
Because I think Netflix does this thing where, like, if the 3rd season is out, it'll like promote, like, it'll go straight into the first episode of season 3.
Yeah.
So people started watching from season 3 because I think they promoted a lot in season 3. So anyways, this episode is my favorite. It relates a lot to the real world, and it actually directly relates because similar thing happened in China too, and that was after this episode. So the reason I like this whole series is because it kind of gets your mind going. It really gets your mind going because it has like all these interesting thoughts that you don't normally think of, and then makes it like a storyline, and it's all like more modernized. That's how it's different from like Twilight Zone, for example.
Yeah.
Because Twilight Zone, it's like more like morality and like it's like relevant to that time.
Yes.
But it's still really good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Twilight Zone, also, it's like one of my top shows, I would say. Mm-hmm. But Black Mirror is more relative to today's society, so it includes like social media and what else is relevant?
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. I mean, not really, but like, you know, like robots and all these new things, you know. And it talks about like future, like what kind of inventions there could be, and what things can be possible that we most likely haven't even thought of. Like a lot of these stuff, it was like completely new to me. So it was very original, I would say. The concept of this show. And I don't even know how I came across this show, to be honest. I don't know if someone recommended it to me or what.
I mean,
but I
like,
remember
it was a huge thing when it came out, so.
I remember like I watched the first episode on my tiny little TV inside my tiny bookshelf.
Oh yeah.
My old house. And I didn't like it. Like the first episode is not my favorite, I have to say.
I can't
remember.
So
if you watch the first episode and you're like, ugh, what is this show? I don't want to watch this show. Just skip to the second episode.
Wasn't there an episode with a pig?
That's the first episode.
That I don't think I watched it.
It was like, ugh. Like,
I know the plot here. I think I know the plot of it, but like, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, okay. Like, I know it's like interesting concept too and whatnot, but like it was like too much for me, and not because I couldn't handle it or whatever. I was just like not into it.
Yeah.
But then on my Netflix, like it autoplayed to the second episode, and I was doing something else. Like I was on my laptop. I remember it autoplayed, and then I like slowly looked back and forth from the TV, and that's when I actually got interested. Like I got interested from episode 2 basically, because I was more connecting more to the storyline that was going on. Every episode is different, by the way. But
yeah, like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. But they all have like this huge like wow factor at the end where you're like mind blown, or like nothing really happens the way that you think it's gonna happen at the end. And then there's just like
San Junipero.
That's the one. That's the one that you like.
Yes.
Yeah. That's also like one of the ones that are like probably on my top favorites for the episodes on this thing. Yeah. This show. I love this show. I love this show so much. And I think I like all the episodes except for episode 1. But some of them, like, be warned, like, these episodes are not for the light of heart. There was an episode I watched, I think in season 5.
Okay.
I literally had to stop watching it.
Okay. Why?
Not that it was not a good episode. It's just like, you know, like certain things trigger you.
Yes.
Like, not trigger like in a bad way. It's just it just makes you uncomfortable.
Yes.
So for me, it's like self-torture. So there's self-torture in that episode. In
self-torture?
Like torture.
Oh, torture, like in general.
Torture, yeah.
Yeah.
So torture, like I can handle it, but then.
And yet we sat and watched through Mobius.
Oh gosh. Well, okay, it's not that kind of. It's not that kind of torture. It's even worse. But it's not like it's two different things too.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Just watch all of it.
No.
It's good.
I'm just gonna watch San Junipero over and over again.
So when it came to that episode, I watched not even half of it, I remember, and then I just gave up. Like I couldn't watch it, right? I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't even handle it.
Yeah.
And then but I really wanted to know how it ended, right? Like it was still like stuck with me. So after like 2 weeks, I think, I went back and I finished that episode. And then I finished everything else.
Yeah, maybe I should continue watching it. There were some episodes, that made me feel pretty uncomfortable, I remember. That's probably why I didn't continue at the time. Probably why I like San Junipero the best, because it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. But I also want to watch the Twilight. Like I want to finish watching the Twilight Zone and also watch the new Twilight Zone too.
Yeah, I want to watch. I finished all of the Twilight Zone. I've rewatched it too, but for the new Twilight Zone, I think I watched maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and that was it. Because I watched it on my what's that? The TV box thing that I have.
Oh yeah.
But the TV box thing doesn't work properly on my TV right now.
Okay.
So And that guy is not just saying anything about it. So I'm just kind of done with it. And I'm not paying for this year anyway. So,
Okay. Nobody knows what you're talking about, but okay.
I have a TV box.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I have an illegal box thing.
I do. I found this like paragraph that summarizes Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Why Black Mirror is so popular.
Yes.
I think it's cool. It's very. I think it's interesting.
Okay.
So let me read it. It says, launched in 2011, Black Mirror not only aims to entertain, but it also invites us to think about how technology can harm society and transform our behavior. Each episode shows how an existing technology could evolve in the near future for better or especially for worse. So it says like the dark side, basically.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people make fun of it too, because they're all like, ooh, every episode is about how a computer could kill you. And like maybe, but then there's also some like really good creative stuff that they do. So so
it's very, very creative, I have to say. And I think that's why I like it.
I guess it's easy to make fun of it because of that. But
you can make fun of it until it actually happens.
Yeah. You can make fun of anything. I could sit here and make fun of Friends until tomorrow because it's easy. But it's easy to make fun of Black Mirror and be like, oh, the cell phones and the social media are killing us. But they are in a way.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, how often are we on our phones? Like Trisha was just saying, like you're just saying earlier, right?
Yeah.
About you being on your phone and then you feel bad because you can't even watch TV and stuff. Like it's reality, to be honest, like reality chat. And a lot of people
it's not like exactly how it's portrayed in the show, but like it's a fantastical concept of what could or what they think could happen. It's not it's like the Twilight Zone. Like not everything in the Twilight Zone is like amazing or like good or whatever, you know what I mean? Some of it is kind of laughable. Like the concept of what they think could happen, but some of it is you're kind of sat there you're like, oh.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I mean, recommend it to pretty much everyone, but it's not for everyone. I would say that as well. Yes. Not everyone can like handle this kind of show or like watch this type of show and feel the same way as I do because the content in this show can be very extreme.
Yeah.
It may not be suitable for some people. So, you know, people who don't watch like horror because of gore and whatnot, like, I don't know if I would suggest them this show.
Black Mirror.
But it's very, very interesting.
Dube's loving it.
Yeah. And that brings us back to my final show.
It brings us back to it?
It brings us to our final show. So I wanted to include a K-drama in here.
Because you watch a lot of them.
Okay, you know, back in like, I don't know, 2012, I made a list of all the shows that I could remember watching, and I was like over 500.
Oh my god.
So I just stopped making that list.
Dude.
It was like too much, and then I couldn't keep track of it because I kept watching more, and then I eventually like kind of toned down, and now I'm not watching so much. Like I watched, like right now I'm watching one. I only recently kind of got back into it, really.
I don't even know what's popular right now. I know the last one was oh no, I can't even remember the last one. Because you know how they always have the one that's like super popular and everybody knows about it. There was one last time and now I can't remember what it is. Right? Oh, something fallen from the sky.
Descendants of the Sun?
No. It was like last year's popular one.
Oh yeah. That the one with the North Korea. The North Korean one, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna bother me.
It was on my list.
I gotta figure out what it is.
Same.
Crash Landing on You.
Yeah, that's
it.
Yeah.
He falls. Somebody falls in North Korea.
I don't even know.
And they meet somebody.
It was a girl.
The girl falls in North Korea and she meets Man, and Man is very hot. So
Man is a very popular actor. His name is Hyunbin.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in a lot of shows, and he is a very good actor as well. But he was in Secret Garden too.
Yeah, but like I feel like I don't know anymore like what the popular one is, because at least before I always used to know, but that's because I was way more into K-pop. Like not saying that I'm not now, but like I'm not like into it like how I was before. I'm just kind of like looking at playlists to see like who's there now because there's way too many groups and I can't keep up anymore like how I used to.
Yeah.
But before I would know what the popular drama was because there would be OSTs for it, soundtracks for it. So I would know like that's the one. That's what everybody's watching right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I also did that actually. Yeah. Yeah, I used to download all the OSTs and whatnot, but I stopped doing that too. So I'm not as in tune with Korean music or Korean dramas or Korean anything as I used to be, because before I literally was on top of everything, including news articles too.
The problem is that things got very focused on reality TV, and like even before, like I wasn't watching everybody on like the variety TV shows and everything. It just wasn't something I was doing. So the fact that everything sort of shifted to stars being on a reality TV show, I couldn't keep up. And like it was like everybody would be like, "Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy." And it was some random person from some like random obscure agency who had just had their guy on Produce 101 for like Produce 101 is a Korean TV show, and they have the point of the show is to make a super group basically. So they have guys or girls from different agencies come on and they compete and people vote for their favorite members, kind of like American Idol in a way. But because everything got so focused on that, I couldn't keep up with who everybody was. And then the show would end and they would have their super group like 101 or is one or whatever. And
Yeah, I remember that time.
and then they would and then you would have all these people who didn't win, but they would go back to their agencies, and because they were on TV, right, people would know who they were. And so their agencies, they're like these more obscure agencies would make groups around them, and then the groups would get popular and I'd be like, who are these people? So there were like this big influx of all of these groups, girl groups and guy groups. Not all of them are around anymore, but like I was like, oh my god, there's so many, and the shows are still happening right now. So like I don't know, it's hard to keep up with K-pop and general and K-dramas because of that.
I don't think you watch as much K-dramas though before.
No, but now I don't know what's popular because I don't know who's singing what.
So I think I I mostly stopped watching K-dramas because I got addicted like that. Like it was like a lot. And when I started watching, like the more I got into it. And that's why my list, which was like 500 plus at that time, just kept growing and growing and growing, and I just kind of gave up. And also because my life had changed as well. Like before, I would watch dramas on my free time, and I had a lot of free time, and pretty much I wouldn't do anything besides work and watch dramas. And at some points, like when I was with Edge Imaging, I think in the first year, I only worked for like the season. So
when
like
you were a photographer.
Yeah, when I was a photographer, I only worked like 3-4 months, and then the remainder of the month, like dramas. Like, yeah, it was like something I enjoyed too. I enjoyed watching them, that's for sure. It kept me occupied. It provided entertainment for the most part. Some of them were really stupid, but so I was thinking about what dramas I watched and everything. So I chose one that I remembered being really interesting and funny, and I specifically like this drama because of the girl that's in there. Her like she plays like funny so well. Like she's known for being really funny character.
Jun Ji Hyun.
Jun Ji Hyun, yeah, that's her. She was in this movie as well called My Sassy Girl, which is like really famous in Korea.
We have the DVD at the library, and people keep taking it out still.
Yeah, it's really good. Have you watched that movie?
No.
It's really good. It's very different. Like it's, you know, like how Korean movies are so like different from regular movies. Have you watched like enough to?
No, not that many.
Korean movies, like there's so many different kinds of Korean movies. A lot of them are not like standard movies. Like they're not comparable to English movies, I would say.
Okay.
So this is like one of those movies. It's like one of a kind. It's like it has like funny, it has like sadness, but like it's like I don't know, the concept of the movie is so different.
Mm-hmm.
And the scripting especially I think I was impressed with because it's so real. Like it's like something that would just play out in real life. This
Okay.
movie. There isn't like too much it's not like so over dramatic. It's very
Mhm.
natural the way the scripting is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But Doob,
but it's also funny.
Doob,
Yeah.
what's the name of this drama? We've been talking
Okay,
about
sorry.
it, but we
I was
haven't
gonna say
said
it,
the
but
name of
then
it.
I was gonna say it, and then you mentioned the DVD, and then I continued.
Oh my god.
So this drama that I'm recommending slash it's on my the last of my top TV shows is called The Man from the Stars,
Mm-hmm.
or as Tube likes to call it, The Man from the Stairs.
This drama has such a good soundtrack. I remember like I never watched it when it came out. Oh
Mhm.
my god, it came out in 2014. I'm old. But
Yeah.
but I never watched it really. I think I watched the first episode, but then I never continued it.
Hmm.
But the
I showed you
songs,
clips from it. I
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah. The songs were like everywhere and I bumped that soundtrack because you are my destiny.
Mm-hmm.
그대.
Yeah. That was like my karaoke song for a while too.
안녕이란 goodbye. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
gosh.
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I like this drama because it's really funny because Jen Ji Hyun just killed her role.
Oh, and
She's so funny.
Kim Soo Hyun is in it.
Kim Soo Hyun is good.
Is he still in stuff? Because I remember like he was the it guy at that time.
Yeah, that's like because he was relatively new actor.
Uh-huh.
I think he debuted in Dream High.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I dream of
Yeah.
something, something.
And the reason I think he got popular was because he was a very good actor, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
But also because
He has a teeny tiny cute face.
yeah, like he's handsome. I mean, and
oh,
he can
okay.
sing really well too.
Oh,
So,
sing?
yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard his songs?
It's on the soundtrack, so I must have.
It's on the soundtrack for Dream High,
Mhm.
and I think he sang the song in The Man from the Stars as well.
Yes, it's called If I in Front of Your
Yeah.
House.
Yeah.
But dude,
Good singer.
what is My Love from the Stairs about? Or The Man from the Stairs?
About
There's a lot of different names from it because there's My Love from the Stars, My Love from the You Who Came from the Stars, The Man from the Stars. You can translate it differently.
Yeah.
But yes, The Man from the Stairs.
Yes. So, what do you think it's about, too? When you see The Man from the Stars?
There's a man. I know the general idea. He's an extraterrestrial, right?
Yeah. So Jun Ji Hyun, I don't remember her character's name.
No, I'm looking at the wiki right now, so I halfway cheated. But I remember because I was so confused when I saw the word alien because I was like, oh, but wasn't there a scene where he was like in the Joseon era?
Yeah, you have to watch it to know.
But then I remembered it's because he was there for some reason, and then he went to the future.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Tell the summary.
So Jun Ji Hyun is basically this like really popular celebrity. She meets Kim Soo Hyun after he comes from to planet Earth, basically.
He's the man from the star or the stairs.
Yeah. And she meets him and they have like this confusion. Like
doesn't he meet her? He was in the Joseon era and he meets somebody who looks like her, something like that, and then he goes to the future and he finds her again. It's like that, right?
But that's like going between episodes, but yeah. Oh. Like that, it doesn't happen in the first episode.
Well, how did I know that? Well,
you probably saw a clip or in
maybe
the trailer.
I watched more than one
maybe
episode.
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe that could be it too.
I surprised myself.
So it starts off with like a funny incident, like they confused, I think, the shoes or something like that.
Oh.
And then that's how they like kind of get to know each other. But then he sticks around, and then like different things happen, and
You're making it sound very interesting.
they they end up coming close.
Different things
But
happen.
honestly,
and they got close.
Okay,
He's an alien.
Just watch it if you want to be entertained. Like if you want really funny jokes to happen. And Junji Hyun, she is just like the queen of like really natural humor. And if you watch My Sassy Girl, you already know what kind of person she is and how she acts. But in My Sassy Girl, it has a little bit more of a not a serious storyline, but like it's not as crazy or chill as this. It's more like regular, like real kind of storyline. But this is obviously it's not like aliens and whatnot, different things. But it's more kooky. But Jung Ji Hyun is she's a really good actress, and her comedy is just like above the charts, I would say. Even her expressions, I think her expressions are the ones that kill it. Like the way that she has like the way that she forms her face. Oh gosh, I don't know how to explain it, but Jung Ji Hyun is really good, and you should watch it for her because she's really funny. And if you watch this one and you like it, there are so many other stuff that she's into. There's one that she's in with Lee Min Ho as well, called Legend of the Blue Sea, I think. I watched that too. Yeah.
Wow.
So much.
He was an alien. She was a bitch.
She was a celebrity.
Oh, no, bitch. What more can I say?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That took a while.
Yeah.
It's dark outside now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pitch black in here. Like seems like it's pitch black at least.
We have finished our top 5 TV shows.
Yee!
And next week we're going to continue on with B-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
I don't remember what happened, but yes.
I don't remember either. I have to rewatch it. Yeah.
And I haven't kept up with the manga either because I've been reading other manga. Oh no. I've been cheating on the manga with other manga. Doob.
Yeah.
Where can people find? I'm so tired. Where can people find you?
I'm tired too, man. Oh my gosh. You can find me on Instagram at divastars4, and also I have a food account on there as well at t.foodlove. So TDOT foodlove. And where can people find YouTube?
I don't remember. All right, I'm on Instagram at Trisha Does Nothing, because that's my name, and I am on YouTube at Alex Does Nothing, and the show Shownanigans itself is on TikTok. Come find us. Recommend us to your friends. Like our video. Maybe if I ever have enough money, we will be on Spotify. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Doob.
Yeah.
Sing us a song. I can't believe I'm making you do this. I couldn't think of a new outro. Sing us a song.
The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Number one.
Bye.
Number one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.